Hello, in this video we will discuss about the cystic fibrosis. So during the inhalation, the several pathogen will be inhaled, but pathogen will not involve for the cystic fibrosis. While you can understand the pathogen is used for the pathogen is protect from the mucous membrane which that is present in the oral cavity and the digestive system as well as the respiratory tract. So let's begin to understand. Here is the difficulty of breathing is the cystic fibrosis is occur due to. Here is the mouth opening to the mouth, and here is the nasal passage toward the respiratory tract, the trachea. So in this way, here let's begin to understand the tracheal wall which that contain a CFTR. The CFTR is the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance receptor, a regulator, and which that will allow to chloride ion will move out, for the sodium move inside, for the balance of the water into the mucous membrane, for the ciliary movement easy due to the mucus containing too much water. So the cilia is used for the allow to sweep out the pathogen. So let's begin to understand. Here is the CFTR are present in the tracheal epithelial sodium channel is containing epithelium, the tracheal epithelium, and here is the bacteria. So the chloride ion will move out and the sodium will move inside through a epithelial sodium channel, while the CFTR is used for the outflux of the chloride ion. While in this way, here is the sodium will move inside, it means the salt will not compose inside of the epithelium. It means the water will not move through osmosis. So remember, this is the water is very important for the mucus less thick, and the sweep out the bacteria due to the ciliary movement which that are present in the epithelium. And this is the acid medium kill the bacteria also when the swallow or move out from the respiratory tract during the coughing. So here is the CTFR, CFTR is the dysfunction due to the defective gene of the chromosome 7 and the defective protein synthesis which that will be due to the genetic, epigenetic and infection which that will lead to not move the chloride ion out, and the sodium will move inside will lead to increase the salt due to the sodium chloride, and that is the narrow fibrosis will be occur, and this is the deposition of fat and protein will lead to harden the mucous membrane. This harden the mucous membrane will rupture the cilia, and in this way the decrease of the cilia, and decrease of the cilia means that sweep out the bacteria mucus is impossible, and in this way the bacteria infection will lead to cause different complication. While here the water is moved due to the osmosis toward the higher concentration to the lower concentration due to the salt concentration. So in this way the sweat producing cell on the skin which that produce salt we can identify through sweat gland, sweat duct. And the cystic fibrosis is the genetic disease caused by the CFTR producing gene if defect. So we can detect during the sweating, we can identify the cystic fibrosis due to the salt containing sweat. So here is the gallbladder and the pancreas which that is also serve the dysfunction due to the difficult to release called pancreatitis and diabetes due to the fibrosis, cystic fibrosis, and in this way the thickness of the lumen of the pancreatic duct as well as the gallbladder, which that will lead to difficult to release the pancreatic amylase and lipase enzyme, while also the gallbladder, so emulsification of fat, carbohydrate decrease and carb absorption lead to decrease to hypoglycemia, and the gluconeogenesis and glycogenolysis will be occur, and the decreased protein absorption to protect to protein breakdown in own body to normal function. So the normal function required, the own body protein will be breakdown due to the not absorption of the protein, while the incomplete digestion of fat to hypocholesteremia, hypolipidemia, and vitamin A, K, B12 deficiency due to the less absorption. On the other hand, important thing is that here is the stomach wall. So here is the mucous membrane hardening and insensitivity of the food. Insensitivity of the food will lead to GIP and GLP will dysfunction. In this way, we can't feel the empty or filled stomach. And in this way, here you can see this is the wall of the stomach, which that basically a hardening of the mucous membrane will lead to hole creation, and this hole creation is due to the Helicobacter pylori. Also defect of these will lead to cause ulcer and the difficult to release secretion, and this is the mucous membrane, and the indigestion of protein can be possible. And in this way, the incomplete digestion and the cystic fibrosis, difficult to breathing, and that is caused the infection due to the bacterial sweep out dysfunction due to the cilia damage. So this was the cystic fibrosis video about the short review. So I hope you make sense about that. So important things you should need to understand about the cystic fibrosis is the hardening of the mucus of the nasal and the tracheal pathway.